Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am showing you guys my version of shrimp tacos. So for the ingredients, we have starters. I have 4 small street-style flour tortillas. I have some Oaxaca cheese, check my spelling. A cheese grater because that's how we're gonna put it on the taco. I have a bowl of shrimp here. Truthfully, this is frozen shrimp. I got it from Sprouts. It is colossal size and I'll have to peel it before I cook it. So there's that. I got some pico de gallo here from Whole Foods. These are some red pickled onions. I made them myself and will link the recipe somewhere here on the screen. I have 1 whole avocado, which I'll only be using half for this recipe, and then I'm also using a red bell pepper. For sauces, I'm going to be using this Daisy sour cream. I got a little sriracha here, and then also some kewpie mayo that I got from my local Asian mart. Then I also have some eel sauce. To me, it's just kind of like thicker soy sauce, but it's pretty sweet and great for tacos and shrimp. Then for actually seasoning my shrimp, I'm going to go in with some Old Bay seasoning. Then this Tony's Creole seasoning that I literally use on everything. And lastly, some olive oil. This one is just the extra virgin olive oil from Bertolli. For starters, I'm going to start with the shrimp, and I'm going to go ahead and put my little black gloves on here and peel each one of them. So I'm going to kind of start with peeling them. I'm going to take them from here and then peel them and put them back in the bowl. I'm just going to start by peeling my shrimp one by one, starting on the sides and kind of going down to the tail. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how I do it. So I just squeeze at the bottom and go ahead and take the tail off, and that is one done. I bought these shrimp frozen because I couldn't actually find the colossal size shrimp in my local grocery store, like in the back seafood deli area. So frozen is just what it was, but I find that these are generally just fine because they're raw when they're frozen, and like I've had no problems. So this is our shrimp, and I am purposefully gonna go through the bowl and butterfly wing the shrimp just like that, kind of going down the back and putting the edges to the side. And once I've done that to each of them, I'm going to go ahead and drizzle this whole bowl with a little bit of olive oil. And then I'm also going to go in with the seasonings that I showed. I'm using less than a teaspoon of each of these seasonings. So equal parts, but less than a teaspoon. This is the Creole seasoning, and then I'm going to follow it up with the Old Bay seasoning. Now I'm just going to go in with my fingers and mix it all in. Make sure that they are as evenly coated as possible. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and put my shrimp to the side and prepare all of our toppings. So that is the red bell pepper, this avocado, some Oaxaca cheese, and then also these red pickled onions, which I will link somewhere here on the video screen. So there's our cheese. I'm gonna go ahead and swoop that up and put it to the side and then get started on our bell pepper. I'm gonna start by cutting off the sides first. Cut the sides off because these seeds are right here in the middle, and that's the part we're trying to avoid. So I cut kind of like a square around it, just for easier prep. I also go ahead and cut these little kind of white parts out of the bell pepper just because it doesn't have as much flavor anyway, so there's no real reason to keep them. To cut the avocado, I'm just gonna go straight down the middle and around the sides. Then for avocado preservation, I'm just gonna take a little slice of lemon here and squeeze lemon juice on top of it. The side that I usually keep in the refrigerator for later is the one with the seed in it, just because I feel like it kind of covers it up a little bit better than just being out free in the open. So now, after placing my pan on medium heat, I'm gonna go in with a little layer of canola oil, and this is to help crispify my tortilla taco shells. So here, I'm gonna shake it around a little bit and make sure that my pan is evenly coated, and then with my tortilla, I'm just gonna do a little dip and flip to make sure that it is coated on both sides. For each of my tortillas, so after this, I'm gonna go ahead and place all 3 of my tortillas in the pan. All right, right here, guys, make sure you're giving your tortillas enough space to where they're not laying on top of each other, and kind of just move them around a little bit, make sure they're not burning, but also frying evenly. I really love a crispy tortilla, which is why I even do this process. Also, the tortillas do tend to kind of puff up like this when they cook, so when you see that puff, that to me means it's time to flip it on the other side. Some of them also don't puff up, kind of like this one, but because it's been on the same amount of time as the other one, I'm gonna go ahead and flip it as well. And they are looking just the golden brown we like to see. Here, I'm gonna let them cook for another 20 seconds or so and then flip them back to the front side and see how they're looking. So this is an example of one, and it is the perfect crispy golden brown deliciousness that we love to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest off and cook any other tortillas that I have sitting to the side the exact same way. I turned the heat down just a little bit, and I'm gonna go right in with our shrimp. Now that all of our shrimp is in the pan, I'm gonna cook it for about 2 minutes. I really just wanna make sure that it is brown on both sides. This one is almost there. I just wanna see a little more color on it, and then I'll flip all of the shrimp over to the other side. So these are looking pretty good to me, and as long as they look brown like this on the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and remove them from the heat and start making our tacos. Another tip is to go ahead and cook the shrimp on the head like this because they're pretty big and you wanna make sure they're cooked thoroughly throughout. All right, you guys, so now it's time to dress our tacos. So I probably do mine a little bit different than everybody else out here, but they are perfect to me and I hope you like them too. So if you do decide to try them, go ahead and comment down below and tell me what you think and tag me on Instagram, link in the description box. So to the actual tortilla, I'm gonna go ahead and put a dab of this kewpie mayo. I got it from my local Asian market. Enough to spread a thin layer across the top. How much mayo you add is completely up to you. Now I'm gonna do a little zigzag of this sriracha. Sriracha can be a little spicy, so everybody who doesn't like spice, go ahead and taste a little bit on your finger or on the side of your taco first. Now I'm gonna go in with our cheese and create a nice little layer on top. So next up is the red bell pepper, and there is a method to the madness. I actually go ahead and kind of create a little stand for our shrimp to sit on top of. So I'll just put one piece of red bell pepper on this side, one piece on the other side, and then one right in the middle, and then sit the shrimp right on top. I'm also gonna go ahead and slice up this avocado and put a little bit on the sides of our stand here. You can also use guacamole or make guacamole if you want to. And now for the shrimp, I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 pieces on each taco just because I really love when you have that ratio where you can get all the goodness, freshness, and flavor all at once. Next, I'm gonna go in with those red pickled onions, and I'm gonna leave the link somewhere here on the screen just so you guys can check out my recipe there. I feel like pickled onions can set off any dish, and that's why I make them consistently myself. I probably make these like once every week or 2 and literally eat them with everything, so definitely a constant in my refrigerator. Next, I'm gonna go in with a little scoop of pico de gallo for each taco. Last but not least, I drizzle eel sauce right on top, and I get this from the sushi section in my Publix. By now, I'm sure you guys can tell that I like to eat everything on my tacos. So last thing I'm doing is putting a little dollop of daisy, the little sour cream right on top, and our tacos will be perfect and complete and oh so delicious. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.